Hey everybody, Nadene here, just out for a morning walk, and I decided it's a good time to practice some Spanish together. This is probably one of the most common videos. Probably you know some of this vocabulary already, and it's greetings. Let's start with what you tend to want to say in the morning time like this. You'll say buenos días. Buenos días. Here in the peninsula, you'll probably hear people say buen día, which is the singular for good morning. So buenos días is like good morning in a plural sense if you look at it literally, but it means good morning to one person or many. But people here tend to say buen día to one person. There's an argument as to whether it's correct or not to say buen día, but it doesn't matter. We're not looking at perfection, we're looking at progress. The purpose of this channel is to help you to communicate with other people, to understand and to be understood. So choose the one you prefer. If you're worried about making mistakes, just say buenos días. There's nothing wrong with that. Whether you're talking to one person or many, or if you're talking to one person, or if you hear someone say to you in response, buen día, they're saying good morning. Now, if it's afternoon, you would hear buenas tardes. So buenas tardes, tarde means afternoon, good afternoon. And for nighttime, buenas noches. So that's another thing you'll hear, buenas noches. Now, if you're going to be more familiar and you know someone, you just want to say hello, you can say hola. What I find here is that people don't just say hola, but they may say hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué tal is a way of saying what's going on, what's happening. So you can say to a friend, ¿qué tal? It's a more informal way of saying what's up. And people tend to say hola, hola, ¿qué tal? It doesn't necessarily require a response. It's just part of the greeting. Another informal way of saying, hey, what's happening? What's up? Is saying, you'll probably hear occasionally, ¿qué onda? It's more like a slang. Onda literally means wave, but it means, hey, what's up? So you may hear someone, you jump into an Uber or something and you hear the person, ¿qué onda? Or hola, ¿qué onda? It's just like saying hola, ¿qué tal? So you choose. ¿Qué tal is more universal in its use, but if you do hear ¿qué onda?, they're asking the same thing. You may or may not give a direct response, and that's fine. Speaking of saying what's up, you can say how are you? And as you know, in the conjugation of language, there are different ways. You can say to someone someone who's younger than you, or in a more familiar sense, ¿cómo estás? Como estás with the S at the end implies that you know the person and you have that relationship with them, or the person is younger than you. If the person is someone you don't know and you want to be polite, you say como está without the S. So you can say hola, ¿cómo está? Normally when you ask ¿cómo está? Or ¿cómo estás?, there's a response. And the response is bien, gracias. Or if you're feeling really good, you say muy bien, gracias. So bien, gracias means fine, thanks. Or muy bien, gracias, and it means very well, thanks. You can also say to the person, and you, if it's familiar, ¿y tú? So let's put that together. Bien, gracias. ¿Y tú? Or if it's polite or someone older than you, you say bien, gracias. ¿Y usted? No, usted is you in a polite form, or to someone who is older than you. So that's a little bit, someone tells you good morning, or someone you know who's older than you, and the person asks you how you are, they will say to you, ¿cómo está? You say, bien, gracias. ¿Y usted? Or if you're feeling really good, you say, muy bien, gracias. ¿Y usted? That's another way to do it. If it's a kid or someone younger than you, you can say, bien, gracias, ¿y tú? That's another way to do it. Now, so we're talking about how to ask someone how they're doing if it's just one person. But what if it's more than one person? If it's more than one person, you would say the plural, which is ¿cómo están? With the N, you're talking about the plural form. ¿Cómo están? how are you doing? How are you all doing? That's what we're asking. And then the response, if it's only you, would be, or if you want to respond for your group, you say, bien, gracias. Y usted, if it's one person. What if you're talking to more than one person and you want to know how they're doing? You can simply say, y ustedes. What is ustedes? Ustedes is you plural. So let's talk about this. If you're talking to more than one person and you want to know how are they doing, you can ask them, ¿Cómo están? Or if it's in response, you say, y ustedes. So this can be confusing because it has to do with the conjugation that's used in Spanish. Now let's talk about reciprocating. If you're talking about and you in the familiar form, you say y tú. Y tú, because the y is of course and. If it's in the formal form, you say y usted. And if it's plural, you're talking to more than one person, whether it's familiar or not, you can say y ustedes. So let's run through. Buenos días, buen día, hola, ¿qué tal? Afternoon, we say buenas tardes. If it's late, you say buenas noches. If we're greeting someone that we know, hola, hola, ¿qué tal? If you really want to sound a little bit more local, you say hola, ¿qué tal? Whether you expect a response or not. How do you greet? How do you ask if someone is doing well or not? How are they doing? You say, ¿Cómo estás? Familiar, ¿Cómo está? Formal, singular, and plural, ¿Cómo están? ¿Cómo están ustedes? And the response would be, bien, gracias. ¿Y tú? Bien, gracias. ¿Y usted? Or plural, bien, gracias. Ustedes. It seems like a lot, but just watch the video again. Take it at your own pace. You can speed it up, you can slow it down until you have mastered it when it comes to greeting people. I hope this helps. Remember, we're talking about progress, not perfection. You can do it. Mexicans, Spanish speakers in general, appreciate when we attempt to speak the language, when we are kind, when we're polite, when we're willing to assimilate and learn their culture and work with them. And don't forget to smile. It goes a long, long way. I've been here a long time, and a smile helps with communication and can break barriers down when we don't quite know what to say. So this is how we can do greetings, just a snippet of what we can say. If you liked this video, just subscribe and stay tuned for more. Let's practice together. Bye.